Hello, wonderful people. You are welcome, dear friends. I welcome you and I invite you to explore with me the depths of Ecclesiastes. I've recently been looking at Ecclesiastes and I wanted to uncover those ancient wisdoms that speaks directly to our modern soul. Ancient wisdom from King Solomon in the Bible that they're still relevant today, addressing our deepest yearnings for true fulfillment, right? We are all on a journey. We want to fulfill, you know, our life's calling and everything. But how are we doing it? How are we going about it? In Ecclesiastes, Solomon embarks on an experiment of the heart. What he did was he dived into pleasures, achievements, and the wealth of human experiences, only to find them meaningless. He said it was a chasing after the wind. Just like Solomon, a lot of us are doing this. But what does this whole thing that Solomon is talking about mean for us today? A lot of us, we want to build houses, we want to achieve, milestones. We want to do so many things. But at the end of the day, what's the meaning in what we are doing? What does it mean for our lives in this modern world? Solomon said, come on now. We are looking at Ecclesiastes verses. Let's go to verse 1. Verse 1 to open with me to Ecclesiastes verse 1 to 2. Ecclesiastes 2, verse 1 to 2. I said to myself, come now, I will test you with pleasures to find out what is good. Right? But that also proved to be meaningless. Laughter, I said. That's one. Okay, we are going to 2. Laughter, I said, is madness. And what does pleasure accomplish? So he said, even in laughter and joy, Solomon sensed some form of emptiness. Like Solomon, this echoes in our lives as well, reminding us that surface pleasure cannot really feel the depth of your soul. I don't know who I'm speaking with. You've been looking for pleasure, trying to, use those pleasures to feel this depth of your soul. At the end of the day, what meaning does it bring, right? How do we find fulfillment in this world where there's so much you can do? But how does it feel this depth of your soul? The Bible says, what shall it profit a man to gain the whole world and lose his soul? Solomon had everything. He had concubines, he had money, he had projects, he was filled with wisdom. He had all the pleasures. He said, I will test you with pleasure to find out what is good. He says, at the end, that also proved meaningless. So surface pleasure, my friends, cannot feel the depth of your soul. I don't know who I'm speaking with. You have been, maybe some of you are going through a divorce. You just left your wife or you just left your husband, and there's a void that needs to be filled. And then you begin to go from what is natural, but then this is a wake-up call to you. Those surface pleasures, they cannot feel the depth of your soul. Then you begin to go up and down and you are looking for pleasures, hookups and all of that. That's not the way to go. Talking from experience, that's not the way to go. Like I said, he had so much grand projects. He had a lot of achievement. Yet, in the midst of this splendor, a profound truth comes to surface. That true satisfaction isn't found in the monuments we build, the big houses, or the accolades we gather. A lot of you will say, oh, when I get the big house, I will be satisfied. When I start making 6 figures, I will be satisfied. Oh, when I become the director of the organization, I will be satisfied. Right? Human wants are insatiable. Human wants are insatiable. Have you ever felt that void? That despite all of your accomplishments, you realize that there's still something missing. That's the truth. We all find ourselves, at that point sometimes. Now, Solomon's journey is a mirror to our own, revealing to us that fulfillment doesn't lie in the works of our hands, but fulfillment is in something much deeper. Because the more you work, the more you have to work to sustain. But true fulfillment is in something much deeper, is in something much more deeper. Let's go to verse 17 and 18 of Ecclesiastes 2. It says, so I hated life, because the work that is done under the sun was grievous to me. All of it is meaningless, a chasing after the wind. A chasing after the wind. I hated all the things I had toiled for under the sun, because I must leave them to the one who comes after me. And who knows whether that person will be wise or foolish. Yet they will have control over all the fruit of my toil, into which I have poured my effort and skill under the sun. This too is meaningless. Oh my God. So this is Solomon realizing that, which is true. We cannot control our legacy or the fruit of our labor. And this realization leads you to a pivotal moment. When I was reading it, it just brought me to a moment of clarity. It's really not about what we leave behind. It is about how we live in the presence of God. Right? I said, this is a year of supply. God is going to supply all your needs according to his riches. He's going to supply you with opportunities. He's going to supply you with relationships. He's going to supply you with good people. He's going to supply you with divine health. He's going to supply you with money. You're going to build that business. It's going to flourish. Things are going to be beautiful. However, it's not what you leave behind. A lot of people say, it's good to leave a legacy for your children, right? It's good to leave a legacy so that, your children are not starting from zero. Not only for your children, for other people that are looking up to you. Whether you are in an industry, other women are looking up to you. Other people are trying to grow to your level, even if you're a man, right? Yeah, you're leaving a legacy, but how are you living in the presence of God? Who are you when no one is watching? But here's the turning point. A person can do nothing better than to eat and drink and find satisfaction in their own toil. These two I see is from the hand of God, right? You find enjoyment in the works of your hands. You find satisfaction in the works of your hand. But this isn't a call to hedonism, saying, oh, I will live the way I want to live. I will find pleasure in the highest good, right? I would indulge. Yeah, this isn't a call to self-indulgence. This isn't a call to the pursuit of pleasure, but a divine invitation for you to find joy in the simple, everyday gifts from God. Find joy in the moment. Live in the moment. We are so far gone into the future, but we get to forget that the future is what we do today, is as a result of what you do today. So what are you doing today? How are you living your life? How are you grateful for the many blessings that God has brought to you? How are you seeing meaning in everyday gifts? The fact that you are able to sleep and wake up, that's a gift. It's a miracle. The fact that there's always food on your table, how do you enjoy it? Right? Everything you have here is from God. How are you enjoying the simple gifts that God has given you? The fact that your hair is growing, how are you enjoying it? The fact that you can create something out of nothing, how are you enjoying it? The fact that you can wake up and talk, you can drive from place to place, talk to people, you are alive. You can take long walks, you can listen to music. Friends, this is a call for you to be in the moment. Because at the end of the day, when you are gone, live in the moment. When you are gone, it's left with you and God. The things that you leave behind, you really don't have a control anymore over how it's been handled. Would it even be handled? Would it be handled properly? Would it be handled the way you want it handled? Or would it even be handled at all? It's to tell you the futility of the things that we chase after. This is a wake-up call for you to be a good human being. Like I say, I am not a pastor. I don't have any title and I don't intend to, but I'm just here to wake us up. Just be a good human being. I would always say, my video is not just for Christians. Nah, my video is for everybody, every human being. I'm calling you, be a good human being. Who are you when no one is watching? The truth is, true happiness and fulfillment comes from God. That is the wisdom in the whole of Ecclesiastes 2. And I just came to that realization that true happiness and fulfillment comes from God. It's about seeing the divine in the daily, recognizing every breath, every moment of joy, and every achievement as a gift from God. Right? If you look at verse 26, it reminds us that wisdom, knowledge, and happiness are bestowed by God to those who please Him, not through our own toils, but through a heart that is aligned with God's will. Are you aligned with the will of God? right? A lot of times we are our own worst enemy because we don't connect with the God that is on the inside of us, right? As you are watching me, as you watch this video, I call us to choose a life that seeks not just the ephemeral pleasures or accolades, but the eternal joy from God Almighty. That's the call that I have for us today, because it's very easy for us to get caught up in the everyday activities, right? Let's seek not just the pleasure or accolades, but let's seek the eternal joy found in our Creator. Let this wisdom that we have found in Ecclesiastes today guide us to find true fulfillment in God's embrace. Let's live each day with purpose, with gratitude and joy. I don't know who I'm speaking with, but that's the way to true lasting joy, right? All of these pleasures will bring us happiness, but doesn't bring us joy. With that, I will say thank you for watching and sticking around with me today as I journey through Ecclesiastes 2, right? Thank you so much. For more contents like this, if you're watching me for the first time, please do subscribe to this channel. Wake up with me. My name is Femi, and I want to say a beautiful, beautiful thank you to all those wonderful people who have subscribed to this channel. I will try to be consistent. I know that I have not been consistent. I will try. But above all of this, I love you all. And if you feel that you have learned something, please do share this video, because other people might just learn from this as well. I love you guys. I will see you in my next video. Bye-bye. Have a good one. Bye.